Anthem TV, a free streaming digital community. With a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone, you have instant access to free TV shows, movies on demand, music, pay-per-view events, and so much more. Download Anthem TV on your smartphone, smart TV, or any streaming device and enjoy instant access. Subscribe and download Anthem TV today.
And welcome to the Texas Weather Connection. I am meteorologist Robert Luna here on Anthem Television, and with us we have
meteorologist Brian Silva. Welcome, everybody.
Meteorologist Sergio Lozano. Hope everyone's doing well.
Absolutely. Hope everybody's enjoying this great Monday. It was very warm and humid out there, and we are down to the last 27 hours of April. We're about to go into May here pretty quickly. One more day left, a full day in April.
I'll tell you what, I can't believe that Fiesta's over, guys. I really can't. I mean, it was here. We were talking about it for weeks, and then just like that, it's gone.
Yeah. Now, we did get some good beneficial rainfall. I know I got about 1.25 inches here at my house, and boy, I tell you what, we definitely needed that. So save on my water bill a little bit, you know.
Yes. Well,
absolutely. And I think the Mother Nature and all the Fiesta gods were with us, because most of the rain fell after Oyster Bake, after and early morning Sunday. So many Fiesta events were not going on at the time, and the clouds held for a good chunk of the week, so the sun wasn't really beating on a lot of people down during the parades and then those sorts of things. So it kept things rather mild, I guess, but still very humid around here.
Yes. Yeah. And you know, I mean, we've had parades where it's been, you know, no cloud in the sky, and it was 95, 97 degrees. And that's rough for all those bands that are marching out there, especially in full uniform. So having that, you know, cloud cover to help out, especially on Friday with the Battle of Flowers parade, I mean, that helped. I mean, it kept the temperatures back into the 80s. So we'll definitely take it. You know, it could have been worse. We had just a week and a half ago, we had nice, cool weather. So I'll
tell you what, some of those bands that come from out of state, from Wisconsin, Illinois, you know, I'm sure they appreciate it, because I know some of them were a little red and a little sweating, you know.
Well,
I'm not used to it, you know.
I think for them, I think anything above 80 is rough. So, we'll definitely take this.
They put them in the night parade, you know. They don't put them in the day.
Yeah, and you know, like y'all were mentioning, though, you know, the weather for the most part held up, you know, in terms of Fiesta, especially for the parades. But as you see here on our opening part of the segment here, we're looking at we had a lot of severe weather take place across not just Texas, but across a good chunk of the country. And so we're going to kind of do a quick recap on some of the severe weather locally here in Texas. And then we're going to go into our 7-day forecast. And we know that Fiesta's over, but Helotes is about to start up their little party, their Cornyval.
Exactly. And we have Cinco de Mayo this weekend on Sunday, Cinco de Mayo coming up. So a lot of events, outdoor events, music, concerts and festivals going on. So we're getting you ready for those festivals and how to prepare for that weather-wise.
And we're just now starting to get into the real rainy part of the season. As you all know, May is our rainiest month. It's also peak for severe weather season here. So definitely got to keep an eye on the sky moving forward. And it looks like it's going to get active again later this week. So we'll talk about that.
Yes. So let's go ahead and let's just kind of recap again. We had quite a few tornadoes, again, across the entire country, middle part of the country, and stretching all the way down to our neck of the woods, too. We'll see that here in just a second. But on Friday, we had, so far, I mean, this is just prelim, but so far we had 10 tornado reports up in the Fort Worth area. I mean, guys, what do you think about that? 10 tornadoes.
And it was a very busy afternoon. That Saturday afternoon, things got going out by Abilene, and those storms, I mean, simultaneously going northward towards Oklahoma, but the ones we're talking about here in North Texas, very strong, developed, and pretty much were in the same area for quite a while. And they were tornadic, very, very quickly became tornadic.
Yeah, and you know, we kind of knew the setup was perfect for a pretty big outbreak. Unfortunately, we kind of knew that it was going to be a bad day, and it verified that way. So our prayers and thoughts definitely go out to all the folks affected, not only in the DFW area, but up in Oklahoma. I still have a lot of friends, colleagues that live up there. And I mean, I have never seen training of tornadoes. Like I've heard of training thunderstorms, flash flooding, but I mean, they were dealing with all of it, training of tornadoes, just absolutely spectacular to witness. And unfortunately, a lot of damage was caused by these. So.
Right.
I know. We were.
Yep. Go ahead.
We were texting each other back and forth. You know, I remember that night, and we were talking about how bad that situation was. You know, just north of Dallas. I mean, we were talking about. I think we even posted an update about the DFW area. We were hoping that all these storms that were forming ahead of that line coming in would stay north of Dallas, because they were starting to form a little bit further south as the night went on. And once you cross the border over past, I think that's Gainesville, it just, I mean, it was like Sergio, like you said, it was just one tornado after another. We've seen a train effect in terms of flooding with these storms past, but to see it with tornadoes was insane. And we know that.
And it was in the middle of the night, you know, late at night, harder to see, rain wrapped. A lot of them were what we call HP, or high precipitation supercells. Just really a recipe for disaster up there, unfortunately. So, all this is preliminary. They got to get some engineers out there to verify everything. But I mean, there's I think we mentioned before, there's some significant damage up there. So
So we had this again, and we had again, even over in the Houston area, they had I think a tornado, and again, just prelims. So there could be more. They're out there surveying. You know, they got teams for National Weather Service that go out to different sites, kind of check to see if the damage that has taken place is consistent with the damage of a tornado. So this is where we'll start hearing over the next few days, you know, the more tornado reports coming in that they have been confirmed. So even as of just an hour and a half ago, National Weather Service here in San Antonio, Austin, San Antonio, they went off and they posted this. We had a tornado up in Manor. I mean, and
they had that usually straight line winds, but then they come in and look, and you can see that circulation go through, and that's what ended up happening here. They are able to find that there was circulation, and all of a sudden now we have the preliminary of the tornado track that happened, and the damage that it did.
And they take a lot of data. You know, they look at radar overlaying to where the damage happened. It's a long process, and that's why a lot of people get frustrated, because they want to know how big was it right away, and they have to do their due diligence. The meteorologists, coupled with engineers and a bunch of other folks that come along and really narrow it down. But this is not too far from home, just east of Austin. I believe this is just east of the what is it, the turnpike there, or the toll road?
The toll road.
And so pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have, an active weather pattern still coming up, and thankfully at the moment, the severe weather outlook doesn't look as crazy as what it was a week ago when we were starting to look at this and seeing all the pieces to the puzzle coming together. So, I mean,
that's the good news.
Yeah, it's still possible. We have here, this is Wednesday's outlook. And I mean, Storm Prediction Center is saying that, the further north you are towards the Panhandle, we see that slight risk of severe weather. When we were looking at this for Saturday, I believe it was, we've been seeing level 2, level 3 here in the last few weeks. I think they had level 4, right? They had gone up.
They bumped it up.
Bumped it up.
So to the fact that we don't see level 3 or level 4 here is a good thing. Obviously, as more data comes in, we get closer to the middle of the week, towards the Wednesday, we'll see this more fine-tuned, but at least at the moment, it does not look like it's going to be as widespread as what we saw this past weekend.
I think one of the things we're going to look for this week, as North Texas has had a lot of rain, flooding may be a bigger issue for them as we go from especially east of Abilene through Dallas-Fort Worth, and all of East Texas has been clobbered with rainfall week after week, and another week of rainfall for them. And I think flash flooding is something we're going to deal with this week.
Yeah, I agree. And, Robert, this morning out in Houston, they had some training of very heavy rain and thunderstorms. Several rivers are out of their banks, San Jacinto, the Trinity. So I know that the Houston metro area dealt with a lot of that. And like you said, with more chances of storms, it's just going to exacerbate the situation. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye.
Right.
Basically, like you said, along and east of the I-45 corridor.
Right.
So something to definitely monitor in the coming days.
Right.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's kind of focus into our area to the San Antonio region, and let's go ahead and let's talk about the 7-day, because again, it is going to be stormy, not a complete washout every single day,
Right.
but the chances are there, you know. So we're looking at for Wednesday, we got that rain increasing, okay, 40%. We got some storms, and again, a lot of this too will be with that daytime heating. That's going to be a big supplement here to the type of storms we see, and the amount of rain that we get too. We'll definitely see more of a widespread on Thursday. We're looking at 50%.
Yeah, you know, and I did want to mention something. This is the time of the year, and you guys can speak to it as well. Is we have these little, what we call mesoscale boundaries, outflows, sea breeze. Sometimes they have a mind of their own. Models don't do a very good job with that. And the humidity and the atmosphere is going to be so primed that we'll have to keep an eye on that. Once we get closer in time and we see how storms are developing and where they're developing and how they're moving, that'll allow us to hone in a little bit better as far as when the better chances of rain are, how much we can see and all that. But just to be aware that it's very difficult at this point in juncture to kind of pinpoint that down.
Yeah. So we'll definitely keep an eye, and I mean, we're going to hold rain chances all the way through the weekend. I mean,
can't take them out.
Yeah, we see it tapering down. It looks like on Friday, down to 20%. Saturday we kind of up it back up, and then Sunday we're looking again, based on the miles. Again, a lot can change. You know, a lot can change in just a few days. We can go from seeing sun to saying 20 to 30%, and then next thing we know, we wake up tomorrow morning and the models are showing that it's going to be massive. Okay, so we have to see as the more fresher models come in, we'll see exactly what it's kind of painted for the atmosphere and what we could possibly expect here again.
And everybody was feeling that humid. You went outside this afternoon and it was very humid, even 85, 88 degrees. We were upper 80s, but that humidity's out there. And then you look south and you can see a beautiful thunderstorm down just south of Floresville over Falls City. That was severe. That storm went severe. It didn't move, caused some flash flooding, and as well as some severe weather. So any day where there'll be a chance of rain, but I think our best chance of rains will come likely Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I agree. And those are the little boundaries that we were talking about. You know, it just interacted with the sea breeze and the outflow boundary, and you got one lone thunderstorm. But for those folks under it, you know, it's hailing. There's winds 50 miles an hour, and there's an inch to 2 inches that are falling. You know, so and it's going to be that those nuances that it's very difficult to pinpoint. But just know that chances of storms are possible each and every day. Given the time of the year, of course, we have a marginal risk of severe weather. So you can never let your guard down. And so just be aware be sure to check back with our page and keep abreast of all the latest developments on that end.
Yeah. And so to look at tomorrow, okay, because everybody getting ready for tomorrow morning, could see some fog in the morning, you know, and again, like we've been saying throughout the show so far today, it's humid, it's muggy out there. And so we could see that fog in the morning across the area. Should burn off, you know, by 10, 11 in the morning. We'll start seeing it clear out a little bit. We'll start seeing the sun peek out. High is going to be in the mid to upper 80s across the area. So
a little bit above average,
little bit. It's not, again, it could be a lot worse. We could be in the mid 90s. So, which it looks like, you know, looking ahead into the long range here, we could start seeing that, you know, towards the beginning of next week. So
we don't want to talk about that.
We'll try and keep that heat as far away for now as possible, because again, we're heading right into May. We're just a few, you know, not too many hours away. So we're almost there. But other than that, you know what the good news is, guys, is I was kind of looking over numbers. We still have a surplus now for the month after the rain that we got and for the year we have a surplus. So you know, let's keep this rain train going. We it's going to take a lot to dig us out of this hole. Yeah. But baby steps, right? Baby steps. So we'll take it.
We'll take it. Exactly. So I know my yard loves it. I was out doing yard work and the yard looked green. So I'm happy for Mother Nature bringing bringing some rainfall for us, and hopefully everybody's getting rain, but we really could use more. And the more we get, it stays cooler as we go into the summer time frame and keep that ground moisture in place.
Yeah, keep that green going, right, Robert?
Exactly.
The greener,
right.
The more moisture, the harder it is to get up to the
magic
triple digit
number of 100 that we don't want to see. Exactly. Exactly right. Well, everybody have a great week. Have that umbrella handy. You may need it from time to time, especially as we go into the middle and latter part of the week.
Yep.
And have a great week and have a great start to May. I know May's coming up really quick.
Cinco de Mayo, it's almost here.
May the 4th be with you. What else?
Oh, yeah. May the 4th.
Yes. Everybody, have a good night. And we'll
Good night,
see you
everybody.
next time.
Take care. Have a good week.